Hey y'all, how are you? So welcome back to another edition of I have no clue what I was doing until I was doing it. So I actually picked out these colors about a week to 2 weeks ago, and they've been sitting on my counter probably since then, because I really had no clue what I wanted to do with them. I just know I wanted to do something with them. So we start by putting some Nude Panther down, not really knowing where I'm going from here, and just throwing it down. No direction in mind, no clue what I'm doing, just throwing it down. Maybe we'll do a little bit of an ombre. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. Where shall we go with it? But then I got to thinking, hey, I've got this pinkish red wine and dine here. So why don't we use it? But everybody's been doing ombres and I've been doing ombres. So why don't we go with something a little bit different? Okay? Y'all with me? Because I'm not really sure. Are you with me? Are you sure you're with me? Because I'm not so sure I'm with me at this point. But we're just going to keep going until we figure it out. And in case you're wondering, I am using a size 8 not polished brush, in case you're wondering, and I'm using fairly small beads, just because it is a cuticle area, so I have a little bit better control. So here we go with some wine and dine pinkish purple, and we're going to use I think it's a size 2 3D brush. And we're just going to go in and, I don't know, make a little triangle, I guess you would call it. I really still have no idea what I'm doing, and yeah, I'm really just kind of winging it to see how it kind of pans out, what comes out of it. I will say it took me a little bit to get these lines as straight as I wanted, and I don't think I ever really did get them as straight as I wanted them to be. I did wind up pulling out that X-Acto knife, and yeah, don't do like I do. I did wind up cutting myself with that X-Acto knife, which you will see here in a few minutes. I do wind up with a band-aid on my finger. Yeah, not cool. I also did not get this V straight, and I had to go back in later and fix it. On top of that, I ended up spilling not just one, but two of my acrylics, which I actually didn't do on camera. I did it while the camera was off, and had to go in and clean up all that mess. I just cannot stop doing that every single time. I don't know what my issue is. So, whatever. And the thing is I have them in cupcake liners and I still spilled them. Talk about a putz. I just cannot even get over myself. So, once I got that wine and dined about as straight as I could get it, I went back in with that Nude Panther and straightened up the line as much as I could and finished up that little part of it, so it didn't quite look so sloppy. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and build up this apex just a little bit with the Nude Panther, so it's not quite as sheer, and it just looks a little bit better. And it's not quite as lumpy and bumpy. Because let's face it, don't nobody want a lumpy, bumpy fingernail looking all crazy. So then it's about time I start thinking, well, what am I going to do with this gold? So then I start thinking, well, maybe I can go around the edge of this wine and dine pink with the gold. So then I go in with this small brush and I start outlining the red with the gold. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And I actually get this pretty thin, amazingly enough. I didn't have too many problems with it, at least this time. And I think I've already learned my lesson about the X-Acto knife, and I think I've already given up that noise and decided that, no, we're not going to do that again, and maybe we're just going to go with the E-file instead of the X-Acto knife to straighten up the lines. I believe that's what I did. I can't remember. After the fiasco of trying to take my finger off with the X-Acto knife. Yeah, y'all don't be like me. Take my lesson, Putz 101 on X-Acto knife safety. Don't take the tip of your fingers off with it. Oh, nope, never mind. I apparently haven't learned my lesson yet. because there's that X-Acto knife again. Apparently I never learn. Go figure. The actual nerve of me. I do actually go in later with the e-file and cleaned it up even more, because I didn't like the job I did with the X-Acto knife. Anywho, so now I do actually have an idea of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go back in with that gold and create another V closer to the bottom, which is going to give me kind of an empty space in the middle. Kind of a window, if you will. Again, it did take me a few minutes to figure out exactly the angle I wanted to get these V in. So yeah, I was kind of indecisive about the angle it should be, because I wanted it to kind of resemble the same angle that the top was. Luckily, my room was pretty cool and it didn't dry too awful fast, so I was able to work with it for a minute to get it exactly how I wanted it positioned. Anyway, once I did that, again with the X-Acto knife like a ding-dong, I really don't know what my issue is with not learning my lesson with the X-Acto knife. Put it down already. Step away from the X-Acto knife. Somebody take that thing away from this woman before she hurts herself again. Really, before she takes one of her limbs off. So then I went back in with the Nude Panther and created another V underneath the gold to try to make it really stand out, just like I did on the top. And I did a little better job this time. I got it straight though. Then I filled the whole bottom of the nail up with the Wine and Dine to complete the rest of the nail, and I left the window part of the nail alone, but I did wind up going back in with my e-file and kind of cleaning that window part up so that it was completely clear and there wasn't any acrylic residue left inside of it, because I wanted it to be as clear as possible. I did the pointer nail pretty much the same way, except I did the colors in a different order. So I'll let you go ahead and watch. I'll probably pop back in when I start doing the pinky and the middle finger, just to explain a little bit. And I may not. It just depends. They're fairly self-explanatory, but you just never know. But if you've made it this far, leave me a couple of leaves in the comments. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button, as well as leaving me a comment and letting me know what you think of this design so far. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out to watch my videos. And I appreciate each and every one of you so much. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't keep doing this channel and making these videos. I think y'all are so amazing for taking the time out of your busy day to spend with me.